And this dish, of course, is going to finish quicker than the meat version. And fold it gently. Try not to break up your okra. And this dish, the vegetarian, is also served as an appetizer or meza dish in Lebanon with pita bread. But you can definitely have it with the rice. Okay? Now I'm gonna let it, I might add a little water to it. I'll see how it looks. I'm gonna put my lid on here. Look at my heat, that's a good heat. And then we're gonna add the okra to this one. Alright. Let's fold this over. And then we can add more if we want to, which it's gonna need more. Very festive for the holidays, red and green. You can go ahead and add most of these. And whatever's left over, we'll put it in Gigi's food. We'll have to do one episode on cooking for your pet. It's really easy and they love it. Okay, I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit on that. And I'm also going to cover it up. And pretty soon our rice will be ready. Now once these are covered, cook them for about 15 minutes. And with the meat version, cook it until the meat's done, which is probably 20 more minutes or so, because we've already sauteed the meat in here and browned it. Alrighty. Now this has given me a little more juice, so I don't need any more water. I don't need any water. I don't need any tomato sauce in here. This is looking perfect. And we'll be plating this one first. I'm going to cover this one up. I'm going to bump up just a little bit the heat. I'm not going to peek on my rice, because if I do, then it won't come out as perfect as it should. Okay, I'll be right back. Well, I have some Swiss chard in the refrigerator that I'm gonna use later on this week for a dish. I'm making Swiss chard lentil soup. But I wanted to show you really quickly, just in case you've had Swiss chard before the episode for the lentils and Swiss chard air, do not throw away your Swiss chard stalks. I'm going to show you something really, really good to make in them. And it's going to be a salad, Swiss chard stalk salad, tossed in tahini dressing. So good. And what you're going to do pretty much is just chop up your Swiss chard stalk, bite-sized pieces, and boil it till it gets fork tender. But before you do that, I want to show you something about the stalk. Now I'm going to have my Swiss chard for the leaves for my soup. I'm going to take them all the way because the stalk is pretty hard. But what I want to show you about the stalk is it's just like celery, it's stringy. So you want to just get your paring knife and clean it from the strings. And do that all the way around. That way you'll have nice, clean, yummy, bitey Swiss chard. And it's not going to be stringy in your mouth. We're not gonna use a whole, if you have this, just make it in a bigger piece. Now I have my water boiling next to all these yummy things going on over there. It's not quite reached the boil, but let me salt it. Then I'm gonna pound my garlic for the tahini. Just a little bit. Now over here, I have completely taken off the okra, bamia bzit, the okra in olive oil, and let it cool down a little bit. I'm gonna plate it in a second. I'm gonna check on my rice. I'm gonna get a fork. I'm gonna turn it off. Now I want to show you something to do here. Let me grab my towel. Because water forms on the lid and drips back, you want to get a clean dishcloth and put the lid back on it. That way the water won't drip back into the rice and makes it mushy. I'm going to turn this off too. My water here is getting ready to boil. And I'm going to add my Swiss chard stalks to it. And then we're going to make the tahini dressing. Now, if you've missed my falafel episode, which we've made the tahini dressing in it, it's really, really easy. And it goes really good as a salad dressing. We're just going to dilute it a little bit more with either lemon juice or water. And it's going to be tahini. I'm going to use the same bowl. Now, as I said before in my falafel episode, the most important thing when you're making tahini, when you're stirring the tahini, the actual tahini, you want to go in one direction. So if you're moving counterclockwise, just stick with that. If you're moving the other way, just stick with that, because it's really important you go just one direction when you're stirring. I'm going to give my tahini a good shake. So basically we're making tarator. And tarator is good with everything. French fries instead of ketchup, with fish, baked with fish, fried with fish. It's so good. So we're gonna just use, we'll start with about a quarter cup, a little bit more, okay? And we're gonna use lemon juice and water here. I'm gonna pound about 3 cloves of garlic. I'm gonna pound it really, really good to a creamy, creamy paste. Look how much water it releases. It's so nice and glistening. All right, I'm gonna move this here for a second, and I'm gonna juice my lemon. Release some of the juice in there. Perfect. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit, because they're gonna cook pretty quickly. Gonna get my lemon juicer. I found this lemon juicer at a yard sale, and I had to have it because it's red. 10 cents. What a deal, huh? Okay. All right, I'm just gonna move this up. It's okay if the pulp is in there. It's good. I'm gonna get a cup and I'm gonna get some water, some cold water. And I want it filtered. And we're gonna alternate water and lemon juice, and we're gonna taste. So we'll go through this together.